Hi, and happy Earth Day to you. 22nd of April, 2026. The first Earth Day I remember was 1970, and it was also on a Wednesday. I was in middle school, and being the first one, didn't have a lot of, it had some coverage, and so we were encouraged and made available to go on a field trip and go out and clean the outdoors, which in the 1970s, there was a lot of litter, much more than you see nowadays. And this was going to be without those poking sticks and without gloves. And I'm like, So I stayed in and cleaned desks, that sort of thing. But I always look back and wish that I could have made more an impact on that historic day. I still would refuse if given the choice to go and touch garbage and litter with my bare hands. I'm sorry. But there's so many things that we can do to honor our earth on this day and every day. And I found a long list online from the World Wildlife Fund. And that's it, World Wildlife Fund. And they had like about 30-something activities to do. And one of those activities was also a PDF that had over 60 actions one could take. And one of them is just getting out in nature for a walk, maybe a meditation or an excursion or some kind of physical activity. So I'm walking and just wanted to share this with you. And since then, I've been privileged and blessed to learn more about what we can do in conservation. And I know through mounds and mounds of evidence, but here I want to just speak as me, Rachel Stein, personal person, your friend, fellow earthling, someone who has been on the planet a while, have said goodbye to a lot of people, and who have left the planet in physical form. I've seen improvements in nature conservation. Like I said, the much less litter, but then also just seen so much being destroyed. And on that gloomy topic, it's like people, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? It's the helpless feeling that makes one feel hopeless. And there, like I said, I just told you that you can go online and find lists and lists of actions and activities to take. I'd like to encourage each and all of you to consider being vegan or plant-based, if that term is more comfortable for you. But in whatever, I'm really speaking especially if you could start 3 times a day with your fork, that would be a great place to start as a plant-based eater, because of what industrial farming and industrial fishing is doing to our planet. I can share more statistics later. I think most of you know, but land is being just stripped to grow corn and soy for the farmed animals. And when the land is being stripped like that, it destroys the ecological balance of this beautiful planet. It tortures and murders farmed animals. And when people are eating animal products, they are at much greater risk of the top 10 leading causes of death in this country, which are lifestyle choices. And so eating that way, and cardio, obesity, diabetes, stroke, things like that. So that's the planet, there's your health, there's the animals. It also affects the marginalized, disenfranchised population, putting them often in food deserts or almost slave-like labor, and people who make parole near the big pig farms. It's the only industry, and it's like work there or go back to prison or not get out at all, things like that. People in the rural areas where these nasty huge farms are, just polluting literally their backyard. And so yeah, all of that. I know how difficult it is. I know the difficulty. We have a certain taste, or we like this. I've heard all the arguments and know the counter arguments, and I think you do too if you look inside your conscious. Just would like to preserve this planet and reverse the damage that's been done. Leave a beautiful, healthy legacy to the next generation and the next generation. We can do this together with compassion for each other, compassion for the earth, compassion for the farmed animals and what's being done to them. It kind of boils down to that. Compassion, self-compassion. Would love it. I could just live to see those kind of days where we are more compassionate for one another, and that leads us in our choices, and we can reach out and support one another. So, happy Earth Day. May you be able to enjoy this beautiful earth today and every day. Maybe get out, do an activity, a meditation, contemplation, watch a video. Think about what you put in your mouth. Start with your fork, whether you're at home or dining out, and have a plant-based meal, and think about it in a compassionate way of our role and how we can support the planet so effortlessly. So, love to all. Love to this beautiful planet.